my name is Jane. I've been working in the Northeast for most of my life. So the last 5 or 10 years, I think I've struggled with my weight. I've tried various diets over the years, and they've worked to a degree, and I've lost maybe a stone, maybe it's a little bit more. Felt good about myself, but it got to that point where once I'd got that first stone off, it sort of stagnated and I couldn't really do anything else. Initially I thought I would be hypnotized. You won't like these, you won't eat them. Bob's your uncle. There you go. And it wasn't like that at all. It was like coming to see a friend who was listening to the issues that I had, the fears that I had, and making me feel good about myself. And when I left each session, I always came out on a high. I was looking forward to the next step. She's strong and she's very truthful. She doesn't hold back, but I think that's what I needed. I didn't need anybody to sugarcoat the situation for me. I needed someone to be able to help, support, but really push me onto that next step. And that's what Judi was able to do for me. So when I first came to see Judi, I was at the heaviest that I'd ever been. I'm only 5'1", 5'2", I like to think. But I was 12.5 stone, which is far too heavy for someone of my size or my height. And that was the end of July when I came to see Judi. I did lose the first stone in the first 4 weeks, which I was really pleased that the first milestone ticked off. The wedding that I wanted to go to in September, I got 2 stone ticked off. That was great. And I was asked the question, I think, after session 2, how hard was it for you? And that was the point. It wasn't difficult at all. So currently, I'm now 9 stone 12. I just need another £5, which is what my next goal is, to get to that by Christmas. That will be 3 stone from my initial weight. That's where I'd like to stay, because I think if I lose any more, I might look a little bit too thin, especially with somebody of my age. I think you need to be quite careful of that. So that's the goal, to get to 3 stone. And in a couple of weeks' time, I think that's where I'll be. The idea of keeping that off doesn't frighten me whatsoever, because that now is the way I live my life. I eat what I want, when I want, which is usually when I'm hungry. And that's the key here. I was eating or trying to eat 3 or 4 square meals a day, and you don't need that. And that's what she teaches you. You eat when your body needs it, and you drink when your body needs the water. And I think if you follow those with the exercise, I haven't gone to the gym. I've gone for daily walks with the dogs, halfway through the day. In between my working day, I go out for half an hour, and then on an evening after I've eaten my tea, I go out for maybe 45 minutes. And if I do that every day, it makes me feel better because I'm getting the fresh air. I'm also keeping fit, and it allows me to not think of it as a diet. This is now the way that I live my life, and I'm quite happy about that. I get to, have the glass of wine that I want when I want it. But the foods that I eat now, I feel as if I taste them in a totally different way. I enjoy them in a totally different way. At one time, I used to eat because you needed to. It wasn't an enjoyable process for me. I know it is for a lot of others, but I just needed to eat because you had to. But now I tend to eat and I enjoy it, and I enjoy going out for dinner and, like I say, have that glass of wine when I want to. So I haven't had to give up a lot. I don't have the sugar cravings that I had. I used to have chocolate in the fridge, biscuits in the cupboard. I don't need that anymore because I don't tend to want to have that. I'd rather have, a nice piece of fish, green vegetables, the fruit. I have got a bit of addiction for nuts and raisins now, but I think that's a good thing rather than have the chocolate. But certainly this is my lifestyle and I'm very happy with it. And I think I haven't been this happy for many a year. And that, I think, is all down to Judi and what she's been able to do for me.